First tonight on our news at 7:30, a church in mourning. The death of Pope Francis sending shockwaves through the Christian community as tributes pour in. Prime Minister Philip Davis is joining world leaders paying tribute to the fallen Pope, Davis recounting his first meeting with his Holy Father. Plus, the Water and Sewage Corporation is making a $16 million upgrade to its billing system. And later, the Kiwanis Club of Pinewood hosts an Easter egg hunt. We've got all the holiday fun. Our news at 7:30 is back in a moment. Welcome to our news and thanks for joining us on this Easter Monday. I'm Berthany McDermott. Pope Francis, the first Latin American leader of the Roman Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican city-state, has passed away. The Vatican making the announcement this morning. There was palpable shock at the Vatican where the Pope had addressed crowds at an Easter Sunday service. Tributes poured in from world leaders as more than 1 billion Catholics across the world mourn. Lauren Anthony gets us started tonight.
Pope Francis has died aged 88, the Vatican said on Monday.
It is with profound sadness I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis.
Francis was the first Latin American leader of the Roman Catholic Church. He had suffered a serious bout of double pneumonia this year, which left him hospitalized for 38 days. But his death came as a shock after he had been driven around St. Peter's Square in an open-air Pope-mobile to greet cheering crowds a day before on Easter Sunday. It was his first prolonged public appearance since being discharged from Rome's Gemelli Hospital on March 23rd. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was elected Pope on March 13, 2013. He became a global superstar, drawing huge crowds on his many foreign travels as he tirelessly promoted interfaith dialogue and peace, taking the side of the marginalized. World leaders paid tribute to Francis, praising his efforts to reform the worldwide church and offering condolences to the world's 1.4 billion Catholics. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni mourned the departure of a, quote, great man, a great shepherd. At the Vatican, tourists and pilgrims visiting for Easter expressed their shock and grief.
It's a great disappointment, a great loss. A man who has innovated the church and a man who has left a great mark. And this, his absence, causes great pain.
I live in Milan and I'm here for Easter. And I find it very significant that the Pope has died during Easter or the Easter weekend. I'm from Argentina. The Pope is Argentinian, so, it has quite a bit of significance for us.
Francis appointed nearly 80% of the cardinal electors who will choose the next Pope.
Thanks for that, Lauren. For believers across the world, Pope Francis was a humble reformer who sought to make the Catholic Church more inclusive. The 88-year-old pontiff was born in Buenos Aires on December 17, 1936, to Italian immigrant parents. He studied in Argentina and later in Germany before being ordained as a Jesuit priest in 1969. Over a decade into his papacy, Pope Francis remained a figure of admiration and controversy. He sought to reform the Vatican's bureaucracy, tackle corruption, and address some of the church's most pressing challenges. While he had been hailed for his humility and commitment to social justice, his leadership had also drawn sharp resistance from conservatives within the church and beyond. And as the Catholic Church reacts to the pontiff's death, tributes are also pouring in from local leaders.
His exercise of the role of Pope has been generally, I think, less formal than many of his predecessors.
That's how Catholic Archbishop Patrick Pinder described Pope Francis' approach to ministry back in February after he spent 11 nights in hospital battling health challenges. At the time, Pinder said he was making improvements. In a statement released after Francis' death, Pinder said his papal ministry was a tremendous gift to the church and the world. Prime Minister Philip Davis also releasing a statement recounting the great reverence meeting he had with the Holy Father. He recalled the Pope's heart for the poor and suffering, his compassion for displaced people of Haiti, and his concern for climate change. Meanwhile, Free National Movement leader Michael Pinto had referenced inspiration drawn by the local faith community. He said the Pope embodied faith lived through service, love expressed through action, and leadership grounded in grace. The Pope also met with former Prime Minister Perry Christie back in 2013 during his time in office. Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell recounted this personal encounter following his meeting.
And at the end of the visit, before the visit ended, the Pope sat with Mrs. Bernadette Christie for at least 20 minutes or so because the visit had so moved her, and he wanted to ensure that she had she was collected and gathered before the visit, and I think she was really impressed by that. And he often ended his meetings with you by saying, "You pray for me, I pray for you." I'm sure Mrs. Christie remembers that to this day.
The Pope's passing has set in motion the process for electing a new pontiff. A conclave can be expected to be held between 15 and 20 days after Francis's death. The pontiff must be buried between the 4th and 6th day after his death. 2 weeks later, the cardinals must then travel to Rome to the Vatican for the opening of the closed-door conclave to elect the new pope in secrecy. Once inside, the door of the Sistine Chapel is locked behind them, and they can then vote to choose the one among them who will become the new pope. Vatican correspondent Joshua Mickelwee explains.
So there's not normally a chimney in the Sistine Chapel. They install one especially for the conclave. And the cardinals are tasked with burning their ballots to keep them secret, because when the cardinals are voting on who should be pope, they are supposed to be completely removed from the world. They are to have no communication outside the conclave. They're not supposed to use their cell phones. They're not supposed to read the newspapers. They're not supposed to be in any sort of contact with the outside world.
To be elected, the new pope must receive 2/3 of the votes casted. After each unsuccessful ballot, all of the ballots are burned and black smoke billows from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. Only after the new pope is elected does white smoke billow from the chimney.
From that point forward, the new pope gets prepared. He then appears on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica behind me. The cardinals announce to the people below, "Abemus Papam," we have a pope. And that pope offers his first blessing to the world and becomes known to people around the world.
We will continue our coverage of the Pope's passing as well as get reaction from the Catholic community this week. Still to come on our news, WSC announces changes to their billing system. We have the details when our news returns.
Once I had a gal, she called me Bill. Left me in the cold and pouring rain. So I decided to put her down. I took a trip to Cowboy Town.
What if I told you Wendy's has a new burger? With a flavor so secret, it's almost too delicious to handle. Well, now it's time to unlock that flavor. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger. We can't tell you everything, but we can tell you that it's packed with flavor, including our secret barbecue sauce. Try the new sweet and smoky barbecue cheeseburger today. Available for a limited time.
The Water and Sewage Corporation is making big changes to how customers are billed and how water usage is monitored. Officials say it's all part of a push to modernize and improve service across the country. Delvaro Emmanuel has the details.
Modernization isn't about technology for technology's sake. It's about building a more transparent, responsive, and financially resilient organization that meets the evolving needs of our customers.
For nearly 50 years, the Water and Sewerage Corporation has billed customers every 3 months, but now that's changing. The country's main water supplier announcing they're switching to a monthly billing system. WSC Billing and Adjustments Manager Kira Carey explains the corporation's modernization plan.
It's about giving customers predictability and control. Monthly bills help household plan, prevent unexpected spikes, and spot potential leaks earlier.
To accompany the monthly billing, WSC allocated $16 million for the implementation of smart meters. Strategic Coordination Manager Montgomery Miller says they're rolling out 65,000 of them, replacing the old mechanical model.
The objective of this plan for 2025 is to replace 25,000 of the mechanical meters in New Providence by the end of 2025, an additional 10,000 of the same meters in the Family Islands by the end of 2025, with an overall goal at the end of 2026 to complete complete the project.
Miller says the smart meters will make it easier for customers to track their usage and for the corporation to detect leaks and read meters remotely without needing to enter your yard. Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
Coming up in sports, relay excitement highlights the night for Team Bahamas and sets the tone for the final day of competition here at Carifta 52.
Get ready to shop till you drop. The Vitamalt shopping spree is back, and you could be the next winner of a $500 shopping spree. Here's how to enter. Buy a 6-pack of ginger, acai, or coconut and hibiscus Vitamalt from any Super Value or 700 Wines and Spirits location. Snap a picture of your receipt and WhatsApp your name and photo of the receipt to 825-2191. This promotion ends Saturday, April 19th. Will you be the next lucky shopper? Vitamalt. Vitalize naturally.
Family, how you look so down? Set up all cold and flu, could flip that frown. All the coughing and that runny nose cannot last. You must come back to work and class. Set up all can deal with that fast, yeah. Try set up all cold and flu, daytime and nighttime too. Try Setamol, cold and flu, and get back to the better you. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Distributed by Lowe's Wholesale Drug Agencies Limited.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Before we get to the morning session on day 3, we have to take it back to the evening session on day 2 when the night was highlighted by Team Bahamas winning the gold medal in the under-17 boys 4x100 meters, highlighted by an anchor leg from Egan Neely that you just had to see. Neely continues to add to his Carifta legacy with an anchor leg that went viral, leading his teammates, 400-meter hurdles gold medalist Jakari Wilson, Jamal Deloche, and Jamari Moss to a gold medal winning time of 41.11 seconds.
Give my team a fighting chance, and going into this, we had no doubt in our mind that we were going to win. So I'm just glad that Egan pulled something magical out of him to help us execute this race.
It was very chaotic, seeing the Grenadian and seeing the Jamaican get the baton first. I was like, oh, I gotta run. I really gotta run, and that just made me shift into the next gear to pull it off and make the goal for the Bahamas.
In more 4x1 action, the team of Kylie Wallace, Shatalia Dorset, Kaylee Davis, and Jamia Nabi won silver in the under-20 girls race in 44.65 seconds. Sunday night's long jump gold medalist Jazay Johnson and silver medalist Teray Forbes were joined by Breon Ward and Kiezra Thomas to finish second in the under-17 girls race in 45.30 seconds. In this morning session, the sprint hurdle semifinals took center stage with several Bahamians advancing to tonight's final. In the under-20 boys, both Taj Brown and Jaheel Smichael are through to the final. Brown finished second in Heat 1 in 13.74 seconds. After an issue with the start in his original heat, a third heat was added for Smichael following a protest. He ran 14.21 seconds to advance. In the under-20 girls 100 hurdles, Darvani Dean just got in as the 8th fastest qualifier. She finished 5th in Heat 1 in 14.37 seconds. Both boys 4x400 meter teams also advanced to the final after top 3 finishes in this morning's prelims. Just hours after concluding the octathlon with a bronze medal, Cameron Henfield anchored the team of Jairo Woodside, Zion Bradford, and Jonathan Higgs in the under-17 boys to win Heat 1 in 3 minutes 17.37 seconds. The under-20 boys team of Emmanuel Adams, Zion Shepard, Aiden Kelly, and Everett Frazier finished second in their heat in a time of 3 minutes 12.28 seconds. In the field, Coy Idley was 7th in the under-20 girls high jump with a clearance of 1.60 meters. In the under-17 girls javelin, Keely DeVoe finished 4th with a throw of 37.15 meters, and in the under-17 boys long jump, Taryn Beckles was 5th with a jump of 6.68 meters. We head on over to Carifta Swimming, where Sasha Lightborn and the Our News team brings us the latest from poolside. Team Bahamas maintains their lead headed into day 3.
Another heavy medal haul night for Team Bahamas. After 19 medals on night 1, Team Bahamas now has 36 total medals and a competition lead with 479 points heading into day 3. First out the gate was Sienna Campbell in the girls 11-12 200-meter freestyle.
I was very excited and I was very pumped and I really wanted to get the gold medal. It was very hard, especially the third 50, but I pushed through.
Not to be outdone, Grand Bahamas Dexter Russell took a gold in the same race on the boys' side with a new Carifta record, his third individual gold for the games.
I know I had to push hard. I saw the person on the side of me. He looked very fast on the side of me. I know that he was trying to beat me, and I wanted the record very badly, so I know just to keep my head down going into the wall.
Dindin McKenzie and Celeste Gibson also medaled, going 2-3 in the 200-meter freestyle.
I tried to finish, go strong, all out. My first 100, keep a good pace. Last 100, just take it home.
I think the race was very good, in my opinion. I came back after having not a good prelim, and I just tried to stick with who was in the front, and it got me where I needed to be.
Ellie Gibson also picked up a bronze in the 100-meter back.
I had to work hard for the bronze medal because I just came back from 50 fly. 50 fly, I came 7. It was pretty a disappointing race, but I came back and I had to do what I do so I get a bronze medal.
Now the team also dominated the 4x100 medley relays, picking up 3 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze. Head coach Trevano McPhee wrapped up day 2 like this.
And we really put on a show in the relays tonight, capturing 3 golds, 2 silvers, and a bronze. So a very good day. I don't know the point standing right now, but I'm pretty sure we added to our lead. So very, very happy with the performances tonight. I'm not worried about any other team but our team, the Bahamas. I can't worry about it. Like I say, we just want to build on the lead. I think we did that today. The kids understood the assignment and they executed well.
Now the night session for day 3 should already be underway. It should have gotten started around 6 p.m. We expect several races in that session. We have the 200-meter IM, the 50-meter breast, the 100-meter free, and several relays. We expect the Bahamas to dominate in those again. Reporting for our sports, presented by 10th year seniors from Trinidad and Tobago, I'm Sasha Lightbourne.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10OIS. You can catch exclusive live coverage of the final day of competition for Team Bahamas here at Carifta 52 by following the RTV network and tuning into channel 212. Be sure to follow Swimming's Chase for their 7th consecutive title on our social media platforms and on the nightly newscast. Back to the studio.
Still to come on our news, our Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with a look at the week ahead. That's coming up when our news returns.
How do ideas become plans? Plans become memories.
So you like my new bro?
And dreams become your life.
This is retirement.
Do you remember when hope became a house? When that house became a home? Your ideas are everything, and we're here to help make them happen. Your idea of yes, I can happens here.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
At RBC, we're proud to support Alive's Ultimate Business Makeover campaign for a 2nd year. We know that micro, small, and medium businesses are vital to our economy. They drive innovation, and more importantly, they create jobs. By investing in their growth, we're fostering economic success, and together we can pave the road to a thriving business community.
This is our news. Welcome back. High pressure is in charge. Breezy conditions on the outside. 77 degrees is our current temperature under mostly clear skies. East-northeast winds at 15 miles per hour. Feels like temperature is at 76. Current temperatures around the islands all in the mid to upper 70s. 77 in most locations across the northwest Bahamas, the exception being 75 in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, and Governor's Harbor, 76. Central Bahamas also in the mid to upper 70s there. 78 in Kemp City. We pick up 75s. Port Nelson, the Rump Key, as well as in Coburn Towns and Salvador. Deadman's Key and Arthurstown, 76s there. And in the southeast Bahamas, 76s and 77s, most locations there as well. Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Island, 79. Matthew Down in Naga Deep South, your temperature right now is at 80 degrees. Satellite radar composite, high pressure in charge, dry air mass is in place. That high is continuing to provide us with some breezy conditions, so boating and beaching still a challenge, and that will continue through the remainder of the week as that high pressure system stays with us through that time frame. Boating forecast, all areas tonight through tomorrow. Small craft use caution, advisory on the Atlantic side. High rip current risk, northeast to east winds at 15 to 20 knots. Seas running 4 to 7 feet over the open waters in northeast to easterly swells. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, no change in the 7-day planner. Temperatures will stay in the low 80s. We start to creep up into the mid 80s by next weekend. And of course, high pressure will remain with us. Very dry and lovely conditions expected for the next 7 days. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, everybody.
Thanks, Greg. Children from the Pinewood Gardens community getting a very special Easter treat today, thanks to the Kiwanis Club of Pinewood and Fellowship Baptist Church. They hosted their 5th annual Easter egg hunt on the community park today. President of Kiwanis Club, Paula Woodside, explains their role in the event.
We have lots of games. We have the bouncing castles, the skip rope, we have the basketball competition, we have sack race, and many more games to come. We also have the annual Easter egg hunt where the children will gather Easter eggs off the grounds, and they will have 2 golden eggs winners. Once you win a golden egg, you will receive a gift basket. You see the goodies right here. So we have one for the little kids, for the toddlers, and one for the older kids.
And be sure and stay locked to the RTV network for exclusive coverage of the 52nd Carifta Games. The live action continues tonight. You can catch reports, highlights, and standout moments across all our news, television, and digital platforms. Stay with the team you already trust. And that does it for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Berthany McDermott. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Make it a great week, everyone.
Hey guys, Megan Shepherd here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Just click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you stay up to date with content like this from the team you already trust.